Good morning, America. This is Scott the Great coming at you. It's been a few days since I've been on, so here I am. I want to talk about some of the stuff that's on the news. Let's talk about the Daniel Penny thing. Daniel Penny, all this crazy stuff that's going on in New York City and a lot of these cities. It's crazy. You got crazy people running around because they don't want to put them in prison. They don't want to put them in mental institutions, so they're running around. I got a few things I want to talk about today, but the Daniel Penny thing is one of them. Listen to that Black Lives Matter motherfucker come out there and talk stupid shit. It kills me. I will say this about Daniel Penny. I know you're not supposed to go on a subway train and be crazy, but when you put a chokehold on somebody, this is how I feel as a human being. If you can get some guy in a chokehold like that and keep him down like that, then why wouldn't you let go? I'm not saying he shouldn't be acquitted, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't have got away with what he did. He was trying to protect people, but at the same time, when do you let that chokehold go? I mean, I've been in a chokehold and I've given chokeholds before, playing around with my friends. And at what point don't you understand that if you don't let that chokehold go, this guy's gonna die? The guy was a pussy. All right, let's just say it how it is. He was a pussy. He was mental, but he was still a human being. I don't think he deserved to die like that. Honestly, he was just talking. You give him the chokehold, you let him up. If he starts fucking around again, then you take him down again. He didn't have a weapon on him that I've heard of. He had no weapon. If you're a tough guy, then you can handle that tough guy if you let him up again and see if he calms down. I don't believe that Daniel Penny should have died, but he did die from his actions. I mean, but I see it for what it is. It was an accident, but I don't know what to say about it, people. I mean, I'm a hardcore conservative, 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 conservative. I don't know what to say. I'm buzzing right now. Scott in the shot. I'm buzzing. But when do you let that chokehold go? If you sit there choking somebody in a chokehold, if you don't know they're gonna die at some phase of that chokehold, then you're stupid. The guy died. I mean, if you're a tough guy like Daniel Penny, ex-Marine, that he is, he should let him go. And if he continued on with being crazy, then get him in another chokehold or beat his ass. But killing the man over going on a subway and just talking rhetoric. I mean, I know a lot of guys that talk shit all the time. They don't get choked out and killed. So I don't think he should have been convicted of a crime, but I don't think he should have been let go. Like, I mean, everybody's acting like, Fox News. I love Fox News. They're acting like he had to be killed in order to stop him from doing what he was doing. He didn't have to be killed. I don't believe that. So let me just end that off with the Daniel Penny thing. Maybe he should have got 6 months in jail or something. Something. I mean, because you don't choke out somebody to death. And I know there's other circumstances on there. I know he had other health problems and all that and things going on, but you don't choke somebody out to death because they're on a subway train just talking shit. I know a lot of guys that talk shit, but I'm not putting them in a chokehold to try to kill them. You know what I'm saying? Now I know people felt threatened on that subway train. I get it, but death. That's why our society's messed up. People, his life mattered, and maybe it's the government's fault for not putting him in an institution and having him taken care of. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that. Did he really need to die over what his mouth was saying? I mean, really? I mean, I'd have took him down for a couple minutes. I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna let you up if you fuck around more. I'm gonna take you down again. I'm gonna keep you down." I mean, but killing him and leaving him in a chokehold like that for that long, I think was unnecessary. That's and I'm a conservative. A conservative. That word is really hard for me to say right now. A conservative. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. I don't think he deserved to die from it. All right, that's the Daniel Penny thing. Let's go on to Syria. All this stuff that's going on in Syria right now. I mean, I'm glad that guy was toppled, but we need to stay out of it. Either stay out of it, or let's put a big American flag in that country and take it over. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop fucking around with the in between everything, and let's just handle it, or do like Donald Trump said and let it play out. I believe we should let it play out. If those people are too weak to take on their own corruption, America took on its corruption during the Civil War. Half the country said we're tired. We don't believe in slavery. The other half said we do, and we fought, and they lost. And slavery is no more. That's how it should be. But I just don't think that we should get involved in all these other countries' bullshit. If we're going to get involved like that, then let's just put American flag there and make it another state. Make it another state. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? Why not? I don't get it. Why not? Let's bring the Syrian people into the United States of America as a state over there. Right? Right? All right. You know, just like Puerto Rico is an American province, it's the same deal. All right. That being said, I'm really buzzed right now. I haven't came on in a week because I get tired of repeating myself. I don't like repeating myself all the time, people. It's you know, when you watch the news every day, they repeat themselves every day. The news is what causes a lot of problems, people. They talk about the same shit every fucking day and keep you riled up about it. On some things it's necessary, but on some things it's not necessary. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it seems like these news organizations are making the news of the day. You know what I'm saying? By talking about it on a 24-hour news cycle. I mean, getting people all riled up and getting them weird. And that's how I feel about it. But Syria, if we want to be involved in Syria, then let's put a big American flag in Syria and call it the United States of Syria. The United States of America, that's a state. Let's call it a state. Syria is a state like Oklahoma, Alabama, California, Washington, Oregon, Nevada. It's Syria. It's just not connected to our continent. You know what I'm saying? So if we want to do that, then let's do it and let's just get it done. Let's not fight over for 20 fucking years and kill a bunch of people over a 20-year period. Let's get it done. Let's do what needs to be done and get it handled. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's talk about this guy that just shot the CEO of United Healthcare. You know, people, you don't have to like insurance. I don't like a lot of laws. I don't like a lot of insurance. I don't like a lot of things in life, but that's what it is. Insurance is a private corporation. They're in it to make money. They will cover this, they'll cover that, but they won't cover this, they won't cover that. It is what it is. That guy that got the killer of the CEO of United Health was a rich kid that went to a private school, that graduated at the top of his class at a private high school, who went to college and got a degree in engineering and in computers. The kid lived a silver spoon life, and was smart and was making good money. So why was he mad at United Health? If you don't like the insurance policy that you have, then get another insurance policy. These are private corporations that are made that got made by somebody who said, I want to get into insurance, and they're there to make money. They're there to make money. If they're not making money, then there is no insurance. But a lot of things they cover, some things they don't cover. If he didn't like what they didn't cover, then he was making enough money to go get a different insurance. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of everybody acting like that everything is a right. It's not a right. Everything's not a right. We live in a world where you're supposed to work hard in and participate in. And you participate in it and you get what you give, you get what you put into it. If you're poor, that means you fucked up. If you're rich, that means you went to higher education, and not everybody that's rich had a silver spoon in their mouth. Not everybody that made it is rich. A lot of poor people end up like Ben Carson. Ben Carson, a black man who became one of the best heart surgeons in the world. I mean, world renowned. I mean, everybody has the chance to have, I don't even call it the American dream. I'm calling it their dream. Everybody has that opportunity in life. If you either nut up or you fucking get asked out. nut up or get assed out. You know what I'm saying? If you want a better life, then strive for a better life. If you want a meaningful life, then lead a meaningful life. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know what God has, God wants us to live a meaningful life. That it's not up for him to plot it out for you. You need to figure out how to live a meaningful life. It's on you. You're an individual. You have a brain. He gave you a soul. A soul makes you different than a rock or a tree. You know what I'm saying? God gave us a soul. He gave us a personality. He gave us individuality. And that is what people are missing in today's world. If you want a better life, it doesn't matter that I know that there's circumstances that make people have better they come out of the gate better than somebody else. But that doesn't mean that person can't catch up. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame your parents. You can't blame society. You can't blame the government. It's on you because you have a fucking brain. And your brain will start thinking the way it wants to think. And if you're intelligent, you'll figure it out on your own. You'll figure it out. I mean, if you're intelligent. If you're not intelligent, then whatever. Let me get a shot right here real quick, people. I just gotten a shot. I should have had my shot all ready to go, but I didn't. All right. So here we go. This is gotten a shot. You know, people, it's called self-responsibility. It's called self-responsibility. You have to be responsible for your actions. You know, a lot of the shows I watch on TV nowadays are shows that I agree with. It's like I love the new series it's called Tulsa King with Tulsa King with God. I can't believe I can't remember right now. I'm buzzing right now. Baby, Darla, who's in Tulsa King? Sylvester Stallone. It's like Sylvester Stallone. He's a conservative. You know, personal responsibility is what makes people an individual. You know what I'm saying? Personal responsibility, you take it on head on. You are responsible yourself ultimately, not your parents, not your fucking foster care. I don't give a fuck about what kind. You have a personal responsibility and you have a brain that tells you the difference between right and wrong. And if you don't know the difference, then you're truly whacked. I mean, I didn't have the perfect childhood. I was raised by parents half my life that worked hard, had nice things, but they drank a lot. They're alcoholics. It didn't affect my life. I understood it. I understood they were alcoholics even when I was a little kid. Kids are smart too. You people think that kids aren't smart. They are smart. They're smarter than you give them credit for. What they don't have, what kids don't have in today's world is guidance. Guidance. That's why, even though they're smart, they need guidance to put them in a certain direction. But kids can figure it out on their own. I figured it out on my own. I mean, a lot of my friends figured it out on their own. They're not. I mean, I didn't hang out with stupid kids. I mean, so it is what it is, people. You know, you got to. It's called personal responsibility. You got to own up to what you do, what you don't do, what you should have done, what you did. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, so it is what it is. That guy who shot that CEO from United Health is a piece of shit. He is a fucking coward. He's a coward. Shot a man in the back. In the back. Couldn't even face him couldn't even look him in his eye when he shot him. What a coward. Man, fuck that guy. I hope he gets the death penalty. He won't because he's in New York. He'll get life in prison. But he is a coward. He's a coward. Who goes behind somebody and shoots him in the back? If you got a problem with somebody in life, then you face them and say, I got a problem with you. And you deal with these two hands right here. Your two hands. You know what I'm saying? If it comes to that. I'm just saying, though, you don't go and shoot somebody and kill him. He had a wife, he had two kids, a wife. I mean, how's that cool? All because you didn't get the health care you thought that you earned or deserved. Healthcare is not a right, people. Healthcare is something you pay for. Maybe it should be a right, but it's not in today's world. You pay for it. If there was no healthcare system, then we would all be paying for every little thing we did if there was even a hospital around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so you got to grow up, people. You got to grow up and realize that the world is complicated. It's complicated. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's a complicated world that we live in. Very complicated. And it's done. They make it complicated on purpose. They want us all to fight with each other. They want us all to fight with each other, to fight with companies, to fight with the government. They want us all fighting so they think that we need them. We don't need them, people. We need guidance. Just like our kids need guidance, like people need guidance. They need to be shown the way. They're smart enough to figure it out, but you got to help push them in the right direction. They already figured out. Even as kids, they got to figure it out. You know, nobody's ever said a cuss word that I hadn't heard by the age of 7 years old. By the age of 7 years old, I heard everything that man can say. I heard the word fuck, shit, suck, cock. I heard it all. As a man, as a boy, as a man. That's reality. I mean, you can be the best parent in the world, but when they go to school, you got other kids that have different parents, and they talk things, you hear it, you learn it. But what we need to do is stop worrying about all this shit that's confusing everybody. It's confusing you. There's right, there's wrong. A business is a business. If you want to do better in life, then go through school. Learn to do your math, arithmetic, and reading. Go to higher education and figure it out. Life is not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it was that easy, then we wouldn't have. I mean, it's like then we'd be robots. We'd be robots. You want to be a robot? Do you really want to be a robot, people, where you just walk around and everybody does exactly the same thing? Our personalities and our demeanor is what makes living exciting. It's what makes us get up every day and do the things we do. It's not a bad thing. You got to learn to block out all the stuff that they put out there to confuse you. Stop being confused. Stop letting people confuse you. You got a brain. You got a fucking brain. We all got a brain. Man, I got a 12th grade education. I graduated high school. That's all I got. But I understand how the world works. There's this, there's that, and that's what it is. And you got to work within those parameters. You know what I'm saying? But the best thing to do is not let people get you stifled by ignorant talk. Ignorant shit. It's ignorant, stupid shit. Period. It just is. So, you know, that's what I gotta say about it. That United Healthcare CEO didn't deserve to die. He didn't deserve to die. Daniel Penny shouldn't have killed that guy over talking some shit on a fucking subway. I'd have popped him in his mouth. Punked him in front of everybody. It would have been done. Pop. Motherfucker, stay down. Instead, he put him in a chokehold and killed the guy. Did that need to? I don't think he had to be killed. I don't think that guy should have went on that subway train talking all that crazy shit. But he didn't have a weapon. He didn't have a gun. He didn't have a knife. He's just a guy on there talking shit. And when I see a guy just on there talking shit, I just see another man that I'll just pop in his fucking mouth. He should have been popped in his mouth, and it should have been done with. I'm just saying. Nobody deserves to die over going on for talking stupid shit. He was talking stupid shit, and he got killed for it. Daniel Penny's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life, and he will, people. He will think about that day for the rest of his life. I don't think he should have went to prison for it, but at the same time, I don't think it was right. I don't know. That's where the government's messed up, people. We pay all this money in taxes for safety. For safety, to feel safe, to not be taken over by other governments, and not to be had the thumb put on us by our own police. But he was supposed to be safe. Our police should have made our government, our police force, and everything else should have been on the same plane, and he should have been safe. I would have just walked up and popped him in his fucking mouth and dropped him to the ground. And then held him down there and said, bitch, if you get up, I will beat you up more. But I wouldn't have tried to choke him out and kill him. You know, I'm a conservative. I'm a conservative, but I don't believe in murder. Daniel Penny just murdered a guy for talking shit on a subway. A guy without a weapon. If he would have had a weapon, I would think something different. But he didn't have a weapon. How's he gonna hurt? How's he gonna hurt 40, 50 people on a subway train without a weapon? He didn't brandish a gun. He didn't brandish a knife. He didn't have some kind of bomb. He was a man who anybody could have walked up, punched in his fucking pussy face, and dropped him to the ground until he got the medical help that he needed. So I hope all you conservatives realize this, that he didn't need to die over that. Daniel Penny didn't need to kill that guy in order to get him to calm down on that subway train. He didn't have a weapon. And I'm a conservative, but that doesn't mean I want people dying. He didn't deserve to die. Now, does Daniel Penny deserve to be in prison for trying to protect people? No, I don't think he deserves to be in prison, but it shouldn't be just shrugged off like he was just a danger to society. Like I said, I would have popped him in his mouth, dropped him to the ground, said, "Motherfucker, if you get up, I'll drop you again." And when the train stops, the police come. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need to be killed. At what point do you stop a choke? It's called choking. Look up the definition of choking. It means you're strangulating somebody. You're taking away their oxygen. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in murder. That was a murder. Plain and simple. Now, Daniel Penny obviously felt threatened enough to do that. But let's not glorify it. Let's try to solve the problem by putting these people that are mental in institutions where they belong. Let's get them off the streets so they stop intimidating people to where they're so afraid that they kill somebody over nonsense. That's how I look at that. This is Scott in a Shot. I'm gonna end at that.